And I said to the one guy sitting next to me,
It was great.
and I said, so then they're asking, okay, who's doing the logistics coordination for the justices when they travel, whatever, and the big boss. Pointed to the suit, it says that responsibility is his.
Can we open that, Chris?
You've got plenty of time, 2.5. I've got 2.5, let's just start doing it.
Hey, and also you have to run the meeting.
Unbelievable for the kids.
First week in September and the first week.
They actually.
What's that?
For Defiance County.
Exactly.
Well, Judge Schmidt and Judge Strasburg help facilitate, but it's between us.
So that
We can come to you.
Yeah, October 8th.
Because of.
two of them, they'll be on October 8th.
On the first week in September.
Not busy October, and of course we.
So what was really cool is they wanted to do a walkthrough of all the law enforcement. And honestly, there
Next board
was
meeting, 9th, 10th, and 11th.
20, 30 guys with
In my
guns.
least favorite city ever,
And
Las
I said,
Vegas.
hey, why don't we start over here
Lost wages.
by Jerry's
Lost
office,
wages.
where the kids are gonna come in with metal detectors.
I know it's Cheryl's
And we go
favorite
out
city.
And there's,
Well, at least it's not the Ohio Automobile Dealers Association having a meeting in
you know,
the
2 o'clock.
Bahamas.
And the kids are like, yeah, you know, so, you know, check that car, the one guy's windows, it rolls up. No, we're totally joking. No, the CEO Troy did not find
I
it
argued
funny.
with
They're
her all
like,
the time about that.
the guy in the car was like,
Where
hey,
is
just,
that?
here we go. This will be on the Supreme
All over
Court
the-
case in 3 years. I said, but, so the school is out and they're standing everywhere. And the kids are all finding
Yes.
this.
Hey, you know what, you should have.
Perfect angels.
He's getting more, you should have to ride it.
That's probably why Michelle knew that Sarah. She's like, oh.
All right, you guys ready?
Aaron,
We'll do it in
Aaron,
5 seconds
like there
here.
was an active shooter.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Maybe all over here.
Good evening, and welcome to the Defiance City Board of Education. Could we all please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Cheryl, please.
Mr. Rhodes?
Here.
Mr. Wall?
Here.
Mrs. Davis?
Here.
Mrs. Oberlin?
Here.
Mr. Bakel?
Here.
Mr. Morgan?
Here,
At this time, we'll do public presentations. Seeing none, we'll move on right on down to the discussion items for the treasurer.
First discussion item is the financial report for July of 2025. Does anybody have any questions regarding the report?
Nope, everything looked good.
We actually received our income tax distribution, so our revenues exceeded our expenses for the month, so. The next thing was tabled from the last meeting, the delegate and alternate for Capitol Conference, November 16th to the 18th. I didn't know if you wanted to have a discussion about that, or that is actually an action item under my section later for you guys too.
Oh, we can have a discussion. Would anybody like to? I am not going to be able to attend this year.
I think there may be some value in being represented there, especially this year with what's going on. I am willing to go. Chris?
Me too.
Me too.
I
Okay,
know,
so we have
Michael,
3.
you said you were unable
I'm
to
also
attend. Yeah, okay. So if the 3 of you wanna go, we need a delegate and an alternate out of the 3 of you.
Is there any other discussion on going?
It's up to you guys. If you want to go, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the whole board taking a year off too with that also, so. But if
My first year I did learn a lot at the classes.
so that, I mean, that's totally up to the board. If they would like to go, I'm sure we would be happy to oblige, but I know it doesn't fit in my schedule this year.
Yeah, and we understand that.
So,
So we have 3 willing.
I would nominate Kathy as our delegate and Chris as our alternate.
Is that in the motion?
I was the delegate last year, so I was gonna nominate Chris,
Okay.
I think the last 2 years.
I thought I did it the year before.
You did.
Ah.
You definitely lose track.
The motion dies for no second.
I might record that.
So,
So I will nominate Chris Oberlin as delegate.
As the delegate,
Okay.
do you want to make Charlie the alternate?
We'll make Charlie the alternate.
Awesome.
I'll make
Turn
that
around,
motion.
make her.
That's okay, we're good.
Second,
I'll second.
Chris? Any other discussion?
Kathy,
I'm sorry?
you made the first, right?
Mhm.
And then,
So Chris's first, Charlie's alternate,
do we need a roll call, or are we gonna do that in the?
roll call, yeah, and we'll just skip it.
Okay.
Mrs. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Moats,
Yes,
Mrs. Oberlin,
Yes.
Mr. Bagel.
Yes.
Mr. Wall.
Yes. Sorry.
you're fine. Next item down is 3.3, the students' activity.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You'll see there we have a revised principal elementary budget, DECA honor wall, DECA, Defiance High School Math Club, the Defiance High School Travel Abroad. You'll remember they came to you last year, you approved the trip for this year. They're still fundraising for that, so we made it a student activity so that they can account for funds that way. And then middle school student council are the 6 items presented under the consent agenda for your approval.
Anybody have any questions on those? And then we'll move on down to 4.1, the treasurer's report, or treasurer's actions item, 4.1.
I'll move on 4.1.
Chris, do I have a second?
Second.
Charlie, any other discussion on that? Seeing none, roll call?
Mr. Wall,
Yes.
Mrs. Davis,
Yes.
Mrs. Oberlin,
Yes.
Mr. Bagel.
Yes.
Mr. Rhodes.
Yes. And then we're gonna move right on down to the superintendent's discussion items, please. Mr. Morton, you are up.
fantastic. All right, upcoming dates, I want to remind families, no school Monday, it is Labor Day, September 1st. Then we're going to be back here on the 10th for a Board of Education meeting. The band spectacular, this year, Mr. Scheller's first year of hosting a large band spectacular. That is on the 13th at 7:30 p.m. at the Fred J. Brown Athletic Complex. And then we are here, at the elementary school on 23rd for our support staff recognition dinner. I asked Jennifer to pick the menu because she said I always pick the same things. So it'll probably be different this year. And if you don't like it, I remember Jennifer picked the menu. But it'll be delicious, it'll be delicious. And then we're back here on the 24th for a board meeting. Anybody have any questions? And Chris, like I say every time, we're gonna be talking about Halloween and Thanksgiving at our next meeting, so it'll be coming around the corner.
Alrighty,
Yep.
I'll be ready.
Item 5.2, I think this is actually a substantial feather in Mr. Jerger's cap, and Mr. Jerger and I were, the Common Police Court and the Juvenile Court reached out to us about potentially hosting the Supreme Court of the state of Ohio in an actual court session. And they reached out to a couple of school districts in the county. They came and did on-site visits last spring, brought the marshals of the court, and looked at safety, security, layout of properties. And they selected Defiance High School as a host to host every high school student in Defiance County for the 3 Supreme Court hearings that will take place on October the 8th. Today was kind of our first real meeting where the commander of the state patrol was in, Sheriff's Department, Police Department, Deputy Marshal from the Supreme Court, their outreach, Judge Schmenk, Judge Strasball, local attorneys, magistrates, everybody came today for our first real planning meeting, and it started about 1:30 this afternoon. We concluded that about 4:30. If any of you are familiar with Court Administrator Allison Hagerman, she has been the point person. She was appointed by the Supreme Court to coordinate all of this. She's done an outstanding job. And so we will have a very busy yet different day of school on October the 8th for the middle school and high school. There will be 3, and we'll get you more details, but we wanted to start talking about it now. But there will be 3 different sessions of court. Our students will attend the first session of court, about 752 to be exact. Students will be attending that hearing. They will get a debriefing. They'll have a meet and greet with all the justices, and then they will actually meet with some attorneys after the fact. They will go over what it was like and how a Supreme Court is different than a typical courtroom that they may see on TV. There's not jury stands or witness stands or anything like that. We've been assigned 2 local attorneys that will then visit with all of our students prior to going over the judiciary branch of government. So it's a huge undertaking. And every school in the county has been assigned 2 attorneys for them to go to their high schools and go over this. But Mr. Jerger, and we did include Mr. Carr this afternoon and Mr. Eckhart, so that there will be a lot of logistics. Obviously, security for the justices is the priority of the marshal and the deputy marshal of the court. So they brought the state patrol, like I said, the sheriff's department, the police department in today, and where they need people, where they have to park, etc. It'll be an outstanding day. It is open to the public. It is a public session of court, and the only difference is that you'll have to enter magnetometers and be screened through security to enter the session. So our kids are going to have a wonderful experience, not just ours, but every high school student in the county. I know Judge Schmank and Judge Strasball are very appreciative of us doing that, and we've got to figure out where we're going to do a few middle school kids that day, because it will run from about 7:30 until about noon. So it'll be a busy day. So as we get more information, there'll be a logistics plan that goes out, a time frame. James, what am I missing? There was a lot of information coming at us pretty quickly in the last week or so.
So Defiance will be in the first case by themselves, and then the second case will start, which will be 2 other county schools. And then the third case will be the last 2 schools. So we'll, like Bob said, all 5 schools will be here that day.
Can they get them in and out that fast?
Well, that's what we spent the last
that's
hour
what
trying to
the
come up with
marshals
an
are-
entrance and exit plan. Because what we have to do is we have to get everybody out of the high school gym into the middle school gym, turn around, have everybody leave the cafeteria, go into the high school gym, and we got about a 10-minute window.
Yeah.
And we were told that it needs to start exactly at this time.
Yeah. We were told by the marshal and the court administrator that the chief justice does not do anything but start on time, and that it's her courtroom and she runs it. I think it's going to be a wonderful experience. I know it's going to be a ton of work, but as we get more details, and then they did ask Mr. Jerger to find 10 students.
Yeah, so we get 10 student ambassadors, and they are, we took I think it was 6 seniors, 2 juniors, and 2 sophomores, and the idea was so the underclassmen can carry the baton next year and the year after. They get to meet the justices and bring them in. They get to introduce themselves, learning opportunity, escort them down to the cases, and then in a follow-up, Bob and I get to take those student ambassadors down to Columbus. I think it's November 13th. They're working out, but they get then to get a tour of the Supreme Court, as well as all of the other branches of the government while they're in Columbus. So it's incredible.
Senator
experience
McCulley
for
will
those
host
kids.
them after the Supreme Court, take them to the Senate. He will recognize them in front of the Senate. So it'll be a really great experience for those students. So, and I'm listening to all of you. I'm using some distributive leadership, and I've given a lot of the responsibility to Jay, to Matt, and to Andrew, and so that they get all the credit, and because they're going to do all the work. But mark your calendars. It will be a great day for you as board members to be in the presence and the Supreme Court of the state of Ohio. I know you're both.
And it is welcome to the outside.
It's open to the public. Yeah. So the cases, they gave us case briefs today. What they're going to hear. It's if you go to the Supreme Court website, you can see October the 8th. They're in session and what the cases are. They're very unique cases. And of course, they're challenging laws, because the Supreme Court is kind of like the final appeal to a law in the state of Ohio. So it is the final appeal to Well, Jay has been contacted by a group.
Social justice group out of Cleveland.
Out of Cleveland, they're coming.
Potentially coming, and, you know,
What's it called, Michael, when somebody is not directly affiliated with the case, but they feel like it's got a wonky term. Sorry for putting you on the spot, Attorney Paul. No, but you'll think of it, but they are a group that, like, they're advocating for justice for and it's a juvenile in this case that is going through it, and it's got a term, but they have filed like they want to be part of the case, but they're not necessarily affiliated directly with the case. They're like a social support group. So,
Amicus.
an amicus brief. They filed an amicus brief. Thank you. So,
What time does that start again?
it will be, the first court case is at 9 a.m. The justices, unfortunately, will be off limits to the public, our staff. The only people that get to necessarily meet them and spend any time with it are the student ambassadors, and then they will sit in the gymnasium, which they will refer to as the courtroom at that day, and they will actually Q&A with students before the case, and then once the case starts, they'll talk to them about appropriate behavior, etc. So it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day.
So we need to be here at like 9:15.
I would say you need to be here by 8:30, because you got to go through the magnetometers, get cleared. So there will be no phones. This is the rule of the court. No phones, nothing metal, no backpacks, no purses, no anything whatsoever that day. And that is for staff and students. So it'll be like going through an airport magnetometer. You'll have a little dish. You'll have to put anything in your pocket in the dish. They'll screen you. You'll come and you'll go. I'm having flashbacks of Mitt Romney. All right. So
What year was that, 12?
yeah. So, any questions on that?
I think that was 12.
Sounds neat.
Yeah, it is. Hearing none, I did want to update you on the enrollment. This was as of the 22nd, so that was 5 days ago, last Friday. And if you look, I look at the bottom line, the bottom number. We finished last school year with 2,393 students. And as of last Friday, 3 days of school, we were at 2,423. As things settle in, the first, I would say, 20 to 30 days of school, we really have a pretty accurate depiction of enrollment. Then after that, it's pretty static and stays the same. But looking at our open enrollment, as of last Friday, we had 280 going out, 275 going in.
Nice.
And again, that's been a priority of the board and myself to level that. And you can see by every grade level program and anything that we have to offer is listed there for you. So, any questions? Item 5.4, the Career Technical Education Middle School Waiver. It is an action item, but we are required by law to pass a resolution because we do not provide any middle school career technical education. So we have to put a resolution and apply for the waiver annually. It used to be that you didn't have to do it, and I don't think we're gonna, Beth, help me, or Paulette, we're not gonna have to do it in the future, is that correct?
It's going away.
It's going away, so this is the last year that we have to do it. So, let's see, 5.5, our roots analysis service agreement, and if you recall, we've done this the last 2 years, this will be year 3. This is where we contract with the ESC, and they have 2 experts that pull every aspect of all of our data into a one-stop shop that all these people sitting behind you get to go in and access data, specific teacher data, specific student data, trend data on all of the assessments that we administer across the district. We analyze it as a district leadership team, and then it goes to the buildings, and then into individual teachers, they have access to it. They'll start compiling that. It's kind of funny because I asked Beth, hey, can you get a hold of them? And she said, well, I was hoping you were going to say that because I got a hold of them yesterday. So it was perfect timing. And we'll share that. I don't think last year we brought the website back, so that would be a good thing to bring back to the board once we have it up and talk to them, show it to them. So, Mr. Most, administrative reports?
Does anybody have any questions on the administrative reports?
looks like they all had a good opening.
A lot of information for only a week alone.
I think in my 19 years here, and me personally, it was the smoothest opening. And I heard that from almost everybody in the room. Kids were ready to come back to school. Transportation was outstanding. Renee did a great job. Give a little credit to Stephanie on EMIS on our end, because as people registered, I had also populated their bus number, about what time they'd get picked up and what their pickup stop was, so that it alleviated all of those phone calls that Mrs. Hub would get at open house, or Mr. Carr or Mrs. Pfeiffer, they would get, like, where's my bus stop, what time do I get in the phone? And it was very smooth. Cafeteria staff, you know, it's pretty simple for the superintendent on the first day of school. Get them here safely, feed them, get them home safely. You know, those are the 3 goals for the superintendent on the first day. And my phone didn't ring one time, and I thought, is the cell service bad around here or something? But
We
it
did
went
open
outstanding.
today, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The real question
Yeah.
is, did all the kindergartners get to school and make it home on time?
The first day, she texted me the first day, and she said, yeah.
We were good.
yeah, she sent me the message, she said they all got here and they all got home. And
It was like 4:30 and we were done.
Yeah.
Wow.
that makes it fantastic. So kudos to our staff, they did a great job. That includes all of these people as well. I did, and I'll jump into Mr. Eckhart's report a little bit. We are getting ready to release our communication. I think I showed you the website. You should have gotten an email on your school email last week saying download the app. If you haven't, do that. Then you can sign up for notifications. Our families then can do that as well. Then teachers then can push out information to their classes, their clubs, coaches can do it to their sports teams, etc. And the parents can get that notification on their phone. So pretty slick, and we did post on our website today, another step, and I think elementary started training on that today, if I'm not mistaken. We've had to do some cleanup on it, but it's like anything else when you're talking, 5,000 contacts in our system and 2,493 students, and then 350 staff. It's a lot to manage. So Andrew's been biting at it a little bit at a time, and he's gotten a little frustrated. And I'm like, no, just have it ready tomorrow. That's good. Yeah. All right. So that's all I have, Mr. Motz.
Seeing no questions from the board, we'll move on down to superintendent action items, please. 6.1, the resolution to approve the CTE middle school waiver.
Make that motion.
Michael, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Chris, any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Everlin,
Yes.
Mr. Moats,
Yes.
Mr. Bagel.
Yes.
Mr. Wall,
Yes.
Mrs. Davis.
Yes.
And then action item 6.2, roots analysis service agreement with NWOESC. Have a motion to approve that.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Charlie, second. Any other discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Bagel.
Yes.
Mrs. Everlin.
Yeah.
Mr. Moats,
Yes.
Mr. Wall,
Yes.
Mrs. Davis.
Yes.
And we'll move on down to the consent agenda. Does anybody have anything on the consent agenda that needs to be removed? Does anybody have any questions on the consent agenda?
I would like to point out that Estel Chevrolet and the estate of Bob Estel, they did make a substantial donation to the school district. Some office furniture, like Mrs. Hench's really nice office furniture, they gave that all to us. And they gave a substantial donation to the school through the Estel estate.
Nice.
I did attach a copy of pictures of things they donated them, if you want to see it, so.
The art teachers have more paper and stuff, and I mean, they gave us cases of envelopes that the offices can use, and it's very much appreciated.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Nothing else, nothing needs to be removed. I have a
Make a motion to.
motion to approve the consent agenda. Michael,
I'll second.
Chris? Any other discussion then? Roll call?
Mrs. Davis,
Yes.
Mrs. Everlin.
Yeah.
Mr. Wall,
Yes.
Mr. Bagel.
Yes.
Mr. Moats.
Yes. moving on down to old business, 9.1. Does anybody have anything to bring to the board for old business? Seeing none, how about we go to 10.1, new business? Anybody have any new business for the board tonight? Seeing none, we will make a motion to adjourn.
Make motion adjourned?
Charlie, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Chris? Roll call?
Mrs. Davis,
Yes.
Mr. Modes,
Yes.
Mrs. Overland,
Yeah.
Mr. Rico, Mr. Wong.